What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Will Mantho.
What's up, guys?
We're going to be showing off some base to Neo Pokemon decks in today's Throwback Thursday episode. On my side of the field, I have got base set Blastoise with the Rain Dance Pokemon power. Reads as often as you would like. During your turn before you attack, you may attach one water energy from your hand to one of your water Pokemon. So it basically is like Deluge. It's Rain Dance. Allows you to attach as many water energies that are in your hand to your water Pokemon as you like during your turn. To set up this strategy, we're going to be using the Neo Genesis Cleffa, one of the most infamous cards ever printed, with its Eek attack, allowing you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw up to 7 cards. An incredible draw power in that Cleffa. And then also it's got the baby rule, which means that if it's your active Pokemon and your opponent tries to announce an attack, they have to flip a coin. If tails, that attack fails. It's going to be quite a few flips in this gameplay we got, but the matches are still very exciting, and this is a very fun replayable format. I highly recommend it. This is probably one of my favorite retro formats ever to exist. So Will, tell us a little bit about your deck.
So my deck is Sneasel, because it plays both Sneasel and Pichu in the deck. And the Sneasel for 2 Dark Energy, and keep in mind, there were no basic Dark Energy at the time.
Yes, that's very important to point out. Yes, there's only Special Dark.
Yeah.
So you only have 4.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it does 20 times the amount of Pokemon in play, and you have to flip a coin for each one. So you flip, let's say you have 6 Pokemon in play, flip 6 coins, you can do 120 damage for 2 energy.
You can do even more if you flip 6 heads,
Yes,
and you have 2 Special Darks.
It's 140.
That's 140, right?
Yes.
Because the Special Darkness energy increases your damage dealt by 10 when attached to one of your Darkness Pokemon. Now, I said there's 4 Special Darkness energy in the deck, and there's 4 rainbows.
Yes.
So those are the only ways you have to attach to, or to fulfill the energy requirement for that beat up attack. Yeah. Other than that, and then it's just super energy removal in this format too.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one of the most challenging parts of that deck, is keeping the energy on the Sneasel to announce the attack. But that being said, Sneasel is kind of the original, big basic. I mean, he's not like that big. He's only got 60 HP, but he's like this glass cannon, kind of this one-hit KO Pokemon, right? Dealing 80 to 100 damage might not seem like that much, but 80 to 100 damage in this format,
It's a ton.
that's enough to KO the biggest Pokemon in the game.
Yeah.
So, should be very exciting gameplay. Again, this is the base to Neo era format, so we are able to do whatever we want on the first turn of the game going first. That's just how it goes. Now, compared to past formats, this format is better, though, because unlike the base to Rocket format, where there's just Rocket Sneak Attack coming in, disrupting the hand turn 1, now we've got Cleffa. And since all decks pretty much run for Cleffa, it means that the format's going to be slower, because even if your opponent completely removes your hand, all you have to do is attach energy to Cleffa and Eek, and then you've got a full hand again. So there's almost no point in running all those crazy hand disruption cards, because every deck in this format should be running for Cleffa, because the card is just that good. And many decks have actually trimmed the amount of draw cards that they run so that they can just have more space for Cleffas. So it's this weird interaction in this format where you are drawing cards when you have Cleffa active, but as soon as you put an attacker in the active position, then your draw is limited. You might get last, you might have all the trainers removed from your hand, things like that. And if I've got a big attacker like Blastoise in the active position, it's going to be very tough for me to get back into a Cleffa to refill my hand and draw more cards. So timing your Eeks in your last plays are one of the most defining characteristics, I think, of this format.
I would agree,
For sure. Now, one of the huge benefits that Sneasel has, it has free retreat.
Yes.
So if you find yourself, removed of energy and you've got a bad hand, you could always just retreat into Cleffa and Eek again to draw some more cards.
Yes.
So let's go ahead. We're going to set up, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
Yikes for me.
This is a little bit, you want to start Cleffa every game. That's for sure. Sometimes that's not the way it works, though. It's like heads or tails, Will?
Heads.
And heads it is.
So I'll go first.
Are we going first? Now, we talked about running an Elekid in your deck, right? Elekid is a really cool baby Pokemon that does damage on a flip, and it's a Pokemon power.
Yes.
So, and it hits for weakness, too. It's crazy, so it could potentially donk the Squirtle. Now, you could still donk the Squirtle.
I could, yeah. I have to get a Dark and 3 Heads and Furious Fights.
Yes, but it is possible.
Alright, I'm going to draw for my turn. This hand is not very good at all. So I'm just going to attach a rainbow to the Sneasel.
Yep.
Take 10 damage. Play Focus Band on the Sneasel.
Sure.
And then I'm going to play Chaos Gym.
Oh my gosh. I did completely forget about Chaos Gym. Now, Chaos Gym is a stadium card that reads whenever... This is literally so insane. It reads, whenever a player plays a trainer card other than a stadium card, he or she flips a coin. If heads, that player can't play that card. If the card isn't put into play, the player's opponent may use that card instead. That card's actually so insane that I literally have to download the thing. Yeah. It's crazy. It stops trainers from being played. It's just and it gives your opponent the option to use the trainer instead.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is insane. Like, what number is that card, Will?
It is 102.
That is so crazy. Yeah. Chaos Gym, completely forgot about that card. It is one of the most broken stadium cards ever printed for sure. It's like a soft trainer lock, but then it also gives your opponents the ability to use the trainer. There it is on the overhead so that you guys can read it. And that is an extremely disruptive card against my deck because I'm a setup deck. I'm really trying to play some trainer cards.
All right, I'm going to use Fury Swipes.
Yeah.
3 coins, and for each heads, it is 10 damage.
Yeah.
I do 1 damage.
All right, yes, 10 damage to the Squirtle. That's fine. And I will draw my cards. So we lived through the turn. We're happy about that. But fortunately for me, I do have an Energy Stadium, so we're going to be able to play that. Energy Stadium is actually just a slightly worse... what's this? There's a Stadium card that just got released that automatically brings an energy back from the discard pile. I think Training Court.
I have no idea.
I think it's Training Court. Yes, it's literally just a worse Training Court. You have to do it on a flip, but it's the same thing as Training Court. So now that I have Energy Stadium in play, I am free to kind of set up here and do some things. So I'm going to computer search and just discard a water energy and a super potion, and off that computer search, I'm just going to try and get myself a Clefairy. We really just need to slow down the pace of this game. And then I'm going to see if I end up flipping a heads on the Energy Stadium to bring that energy back out from the discard pile. And I do, which is nice. I can attach that to Squirtle. And then I'm going to use Professor Elm. Professor Elm is one of the most busted trainer cards from this era. Just allows you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 7 cards. But with the added effect that you cannot play any more trainer cards this turn. So this is kind of the first ever supporter card, in a way.
Yeah.
It's like, the people who were designing the cards were clearly thinking, like, okay, we need to put some limit on the amount of trainer cards players can play every turn. And I think that the Energy Stadium, or not the Energy, the Professor Elm's, added effect that can't play any more trainer cards is kind of a step in that direction. So we're going to see 7 cards off of this. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I am just going to retreat my Squirtle into the Clefairy. And I can't Eek, but we like having the Clefairy in the active position because hopefully, I flip Will flips the tails on his attack, and I just get to live through the turn. All right. Pass to you, Will.
I'm going to draw for turn. Oh, okay. That's really good.
Yeah?
So I top deck the old Clefairy.
That's great.
And then... I think, so I could just go, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to attach the rainbow to the Clefairy, and then I'm going to retreat from with the Clefairy, and I will attempt to use Eek.
And this is probably the most iconic scenario in the base to Neo format. Will flips the tails, his turn immediately ends because of the baby rule, and now it is my turn. This is a classic base Neo setup here. But it's fun. The game is slower, and that was a welcome thing, right? That you're not just like attaching your energy and removing, your opponent's hand and things like that. So even though it's more of a methodical game at this point, it is a welcome change for sure. Now, I have got an item finder in my hand, and I think I'm going to play an item finder, and first I'm going to Energy Stadium. Let's see if we get an energy out of the discard pile with Energy Stadium. We do. That's very good. And let's see. Am I really going to item finder for a computer search, then computer search? Maybe.
Broken.
Yeah, busted. Anything to get some more health on the Squirtle. I think I am going to item finder, and I'm going to item finder for a computer search out of my discard pile, and then I'm going to computer search away a Pokemon breeder and a Lass, and I'm just going to go grab myself Blastoise. And doing that just because I happen to have the Pokemon breeder in my hand. Now, Pokemon breeder is the same thing as rare candy. It just allows you to skip that middle evolution. Then I'm going to... I could just like really go in here, but I think I would rather just set up. Like I get to save the super energy removal. That seems better. I think we're just going to eek here.
Oh, you gotta flip for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, we're gonna eek. That's heads.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Busted. Anyways, so now we're gonna shuffle our hand in and draw 7 cards. We've got a Blastoise in play, which is good. It's got no energy on it though, and it is now weak to to the Pichu. If Will were to get Pichu into play, he could deal damage to the Blastoise. So a little bit risky there, but I feel much more comfortable with Blastoise in play than the little lowly 40 HP Squirtle.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna draw a card for my turn.
Sounds good.
Now I think I'm just gonna eek again.
All right,
at least
go
try
for
to
it. Yes, the hand is not good, and that's
tails
another
again.
tails. All right, I got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and at this point, I am ready to party. Yeah, it's insane. Eek is so crazy. The fact that you end up with 8 cards in your hand, after the top deck.
Yeah.
Flipping for Energy Stadium, we have a tails, and at this point, I'm going to attach a Goldberry to my Blastoise. Goldberry is a tool card that says whenever you get 40 damage onto your Blastoise, you can remove that 40 damage, and then you can remove that 40 damage and go from there. So I have a Gust of Wind, something that you can do in this format. I might Gust of Wind. I could Gust of Wind the Sneasel to guarantee myself the Eek, but since Will's not really going too fast, I don't really care to do that. I'm just going to use Rain Dance, put the 2 water energies onto my Blastoise, and then I'm going to attempt Eek again with my Cleffa.
Man.
And we've got another head. So big flip there. All right, Will.
All right. Oh man. Well,
You've got an Oak.
Yep, I do have the Oak. So I really don't want to ditch this hand though. This hand is like, I would like to see these cards later in the game for sure.
Right, and that's one of the tough parts about playing Oak in this format is like you can't get rid of some of those really key resources.
Yeah, so this is really tough. Like I'm gonna flip tails for sure on this Eek. If I do go for it. So
You don't know that. I mean, at this point, you flip 2 tails.
Yeah, I flip 2 tails.
You'll get a heads.
I don't know, man. Like if I Oak, then it's just really tough. I think if all right, I'm gonna Eek, but if I'm gonna Eek. All right,
there you go. Let's go.
That needed to happen.
That definitely needed to happen. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now this is one of the wilder aspects of this match for sure. We could potentially stick Will here. All right, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, first I'm going to see what happens on the Energy Stadium. It's a tails, unfortunately. And I've got, all right, 2 energy on my Blastoise. I think here that I'm going to use Rain Dance and put the last energy onto my Blastoise. And then I'm thinking about using Lass and then just completely removing Will's hand and then going for knockout on the Cleffa, which could potentially get me a little breathing room to just kind of sweep, which would be cool.
Bad.
I do need the flips to go my way. I'm going to attach the Goldberry there to the Squirtle, and then I think that I'm just kind of committed here to going in with the Blastoise. That is a little bit high risk because I would remove my entire hand. So maybe that's not great. Maybe I should reconsider. And I don't want to computer search, but we've got Energy Stadiums. I think, we're going to live a little. I'm going to Lass.
All right.
So we completely remove all the trainer cards from our hand. So Will is left with a Pichu and an energy. So at this point, and we shuffle those all into our decks. At this point, I now have a decision to make. I could either go for Eek and try to just, get one up on Will here by getting a new hand, hope Will flips a tails on his Eek, and go from there. But now with the knowledge that he's got another Cleffa in his hand, he could potentially just Eek with that Cleffa. But if he does that, he has to attach the Darkness Energy. And if you attach the Darkness Energy to Cleffa, Darkness Energy actually damages the Cleffa like a poison. So I think I'm just going to go for the Eek here. Try to set up a little bit more. Yep, we're just going to draw our 7 cards.
Yep.
And
I'll draw for turn.
Hope that the last sticks Will. Now, if Will flips a tails on his Eek, then I am in a really dominant position here in this game.
I'm going to last you.
What? Top deck's the last?
Yeah.
What a sack.
Oh, that needs to go.
Yeah. So I can see your hand too. Obviously, the top deck was the top deck was the last. So we're gonna completely remove all the trainer cards from our hand. And last is still a really big deal in this format, despite the fact that there is Cleffa. Last definitely plays a role in the setups of these decks. And as you guys can see, this is just a card printed in base set. It's one of the original hand disruption cards. It's kind of like a Getsis, but it's 2-sided, not one. Yep.
All right, so I'm not going to attach the dark here because if he has a super removal, or if he top decks the super removal, then it'd be very bad for me. So I just do it later. It's fine. Yeah. So
right.
I'm just gonna Eek.
Yep. I think it's smart. Definitely smart there, kind of leaving the energy off. You really want to play around super energy removal. It's one of the most prolific cards in this format. Got an Energy Stadium. Another Tails on Energy Stadium. Dang. And we do have a War Turtle here, so we're going to evolve that up. And I actually have a pretty decent hand. I think I'm going to bench this Squirtle too. And I'm just going to go in with my Blastoise. And I think that this is the time. I've got some energy in my hand. And the thing is those energy can't easily be disrupted from my hand either. Because last only gets rid of trainer cards. So now with 2 energy in my hand, I feel pretty confident that, if I flip some heads here on my Hydro Pumps, we're going to really put Will on the back foot. So we're going to dive in Hydro Pump here with the heads. So we're going to knock out the Cleffa and take our prize.
Okay. I'm going to draw. Bench. Pichu.
Yes, and the Pichus are tough. So ideally, I kind of leave my board state with War Turtle and don't get 3 Blastoises into play so the Pichu can't just wreak havoc on my board.
So I don't want to go in here because I would have to flip all 4 heads to take the knockout. And there's no way that's happening. So I am just going to pass the turn to you.
Sounds good. I'm going to draw. And yes, at this point, Will is just trying to bide some time, hoping for a top deck. And the last play, ended up working out in my favor, which is, really nice. I'm going to try to Energy Stadium, just pull an energy out of the discard pile. We got another Tails. And thank you so much, Millennial3. For that sub. Glad you're digging the throwback content. Thank you so much for watching. I think, let's see. I think I'm going to attach 2 water energies to my benched War Turtle. We're just going to put those down just in case, I get in any sort of weird situation where maybe he's turning off my abilities with Magby and so on and so forth. And we're going to try and Hydro Pump the active. And it's a Tails.
Nice.
So that's key. And this is like one of the situations where it feels like there's always a route to come back, right? Because Will's got a bunch of baby Pokemon. I could just flip a bunch of Tails in a row.
So I think I almost want to attach the Dark to the Cleffa and Eek. Because...
Now, that's actually a big deal if he attaches the Dark. If you guys take a look at the Darkness Energy, Darkness Energy reads, if the Pokemon Darkness Energy is attached to damages the defending Pokemon. After applying weakness or resistance, the attack does 10 more damage to the defending Pokemon. At the end of every turn, put 1 damage counter on the Pokemon Darkness Energy is attached to, unless it's Dark type or has Dark in its name. So Cleffa obviously is neither, so it will take that residual damage. So you're considering getting the guaranteed Eek.
Yes.
At the cost of melting away your Cleffa's HP.
That is true.
So that you're putting your own Cleffa on like a couple turn clock. Yes.
But, oh, man, I really don't want to do that. It seems really bad. So, I'm gonna play the Chaos Gem.
Chaos Gem is good.
And I'll retreat to Pichu.
Sure.
And then I will pass the turn.
And I think at this point you are just waiting, saying like, okay, I'll find a Recycle Energy or a Rainbow Energy or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to get the guaranteed Eek. All right, we're going to top deck, and we're in an interesting situation. I can't use my... If I use my computer search and fail it, right? So with the Chaos Gem in play, if I go to use my computer search and I flip a Tails, then Will can use computer search.
I can't, though. I only have one card.
You only have one card, so you can't use computer search.
Yeah.
But you would be able to use computer search if you had more cards in your hand. So I think at this point, we're just left to Hydro Pump and see if it goes through your baby. And it does not.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Draw a card. Oh, okay. This is a little tough. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass again.
Okay.
I drew a double gust.
Yeah.
And if I put tails on that, I lose. So.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna draw. And again, yeah, we're just gonna stay the course. Eventually, we'll start flipping heads on these. Yep, and the Pichu's gone.
All right.
And we're just gonna try and keep this momentum going while we have it.
There we go.
And sure enough, Will heads up play there, protecting the Cleffa. He knew that his out to drawing out of this was going to be finding that Recycle Energy. Recycle Energy is literally just a reprint. It's the same card that was just recently printed in standard format.
I'm going to eat.
And Recycle Energy is very strong in this format because obviously it's the energy that just keeps on giving. You know, you have the one Recycle Energy in play, and then you could just, even if it gets energy removal, super energy removal, all of that, you just bring it back to your hand, and then it goes down onto the new Cleffa.
And you can use it for your own supers too. You can discard it.
Exactly, which is busted for sure. All right, so we're going to draw a card here. And fortunately, it's a very good card to draw. We've got, wondering if it's worth it going for the, potentially. All right, yeah, we're going to put Energy Stadium in play.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for the Energy Stadium. Finally get a Water Energy out of the discard pile. Energy Stadium is only basic energy, so it doesn't really benefit Will at all. Will does not have any basic energy in his deck because there's no basic darkness energy in this format. And now that I have access to my trainer cards, I could just go for the Sneasel. Going for the Sneasel is really tough, though. I don't necessarily love that. I think I'm going to computer search away Cleffa and a Water Energy. And I could either go for Pokemon Catcher.
Pokemon Catcher? You mean?
Or Gust of Wind. All right, yeah. All right, there. I could go for Gust of Wind, knock out the Sneasel.
But you also, keep in mind...
I know there's a focus band on it. Dude, there's a focus band. All right. I mean, I could just go for Blood here. Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to Item Finder. I'm going to Item Finder away 2 Water Energies. And I'm going to get Lass.
Oh, man.
And then I'm going to Nightly Garbage Run, and I'm going to put 2, 3 Water Energies back into my deck. And then I'm going to Lass with 0 cards in hand. So we're going to completely remove Will's hand. And the hope here is that I just flip heads on this Hydro Pump. And then remove your only Cleffa from play. And leave you with a suboptimal hand.
Dude, I was going to win next turn. Because if you don't play any switching cards, I was going to Gust up a Cleffa and Murkrow it. And then you can't retreat. And I get to around the Cleffa for the rest of the game.
Yo, is that actually... Yeah, that's actually a win con in your deck,
yeah,
right?
So the Murkrow for a dark mean look, I think they can't retreat as long as Murkrow's active.
Yes.
So if I flip heads in that mean look, and you don't play any switch cards or double gust, I just win because I can just snipe. It doesn't matter how long you take.
Right, yeah. Which is insane, right? All right, so we're gonna go for it here. Hydro Pump. Heads, yes.
All right, well.
Big flip there. I played my entire hand down. Got the heads flip on the Cleffa. Completely removed Will's draw with the Hydro Pump on that Blastoise. Now Will has got Pichu. I mean, Pichu can deal some damage. Does 20 damage to all my Pokemon with Pokemon powers. However, you know, I know that. So I've been playing around it. I only have 1 Blastoise in play right now. Trying to, decrease the effectiveness of that Pichu.
All right. I'm just going to zap. for 20 damage.
Sounds good. Now, that can add up. All right, we're going to Energy Stadium. Dang, man, the ones. All right, and I think we just hold on to this hand, go for the Hydro Pump. And that's another heads. You hate to see that.
This man got like 4 heads on each. Alright, well. Play another Chaos Gem.
Okay.
So if I zap again, then
Did the recycle come back to your hand?
No, it did not. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I zap again, then he triggers a Goldberry and he has 1 damage on him.
Yes, the Goldberry is insane. For those of you guys that don't know what Goldberry do, what Goldberry does. It's it's a Pokemon tool card, and whenever there is whenever there is 4 more damage counters on the Blastoise, between turns you can trigger the Goldberry and just heal 4.
Like I could wait and get more bench Pokemon so I can beat up for a knockout, but that seems kind of bad.
Yes, beat up is very bad right now. You've only got 2 Pokemon in play.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna zap again.
Okay.
And you go to 10, and this triggers.
Yes.
So this goes
and
away.
the Goldberry goes away. Yes. All right. Now, definitely nearing game. I feel like if we flip like that, but there's still a couple more flips to go through. There's the Pichu. And there's that focus band.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's still not over. Even though Will's, got his back up against the wall, we're going to Hydro Pump. Heads.
This man never flips
Huge heads flip there on the Hydro Pump. This Blastoise has taken us all the way through this game. Absolutely insane card.
I'm going to attach a Dark to my Sneasel.
Yeah.
And Oak away a Rainbow and two Recycle. Oh,
Gotta do it.
I got to flip for the Oak.
Gotta flip for the Oak, yeah.
And of course,
it's Tails. Would I like to Oak? No, bro. I'm cool.
So right. I don't play the card?
You don't play the card.
Okay.
It just goes to your discard pile, though.
Alright.
Yeah. That Chaos Gem preventing Will's own draw card from getting him out of this situation.
Okay, I'm gonna Fury Swipes.
Okay.
It's 3 Tails.
3 tails on the Fury Swipes.
Tail.
You do hate to see that. That is, I would call that suboptimal, Will.
Definitely.
Yes, that is not good. All right, so I drew my card. We're just gonna go for it here. I have, let's see, we're doing 40 damage, 50 damage with 1 more energy.
Oh no, the Oak is discarded.
That's what I said. The Oak gets discarded.
Oh,
yes,
man.
yes,
Okay.
yes. But not your hand, but the Oak does. Yeah.
Okay.
And all right, we're gonna go for Hydro Pump for game. You see if you save yourself with a flip.
Yep. And
it tails. You do not. All right, so we take all 6 prizes, and wow, 6-0 there, Will.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Now, Will, what went wrong for Sneasel that game?
Well, I didn't draw anything for the first 5 turns of the game, and then, honestly, I could have won if I drew anything.
Yes.
I did prize the Magby, which is pretty bad, but it doesn't really matter. I could have, you lasting me those 2 turns in a row was super bad for me.
The lasses really buffed out because I needed you to flip tails on the last. I last you, and then I was like, all right, this Eek needs to fail, and if the Eek fails and my attack goes through, then I just sprint ahead. So
yeah.
I was able to make a couple of those wagers throughout the game. All right, we're gonna really kind of burn some resources here to attempt to last and see if that just ends up working out for us, and it did. So that was it was very good. Blastoise is kind of a tough matchup for Sneasel in some ways because it's just this big 100 HP dude that does 60 damage, which is exactly as much HP as Sneasel has. So it is kind of ideal in that way. Now I think we play a lot of energy stadiums in this deck, so I do have quite a few counters to the
Chaos Gem.
To the Chaos Gem, yep. And you don't have to flip. Let me read Chaos Gem. You don't have to flip to play a stadium to counter it, right?
No.
I don't. Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay. It says
except stadiums. All right,
yeah.
cool. I was gonna say, yeah. So I have a lot of energy stadiums, so some pretty good ways to counter the Chaos Gem. The Chaos Gem is kind of a card that you're supposed to play once you're set up.
Yeah.
Right. It's a card that you would like. The ideal order of operations is this. I think you want to set up Sneasels, right?
Yeah.
And then Chaos Gem and Lass. right?
Yeah.
So then you remove all of our trainers so that then I can't energy removal you, right? And you just go beat up with Sneasel a couple of times and take some key point knockouts. You might even want to do attack my Blastoise, get a big knockout on my Blastoise or something like that, and last, and then Chaos Gym, and then try to prevent me from from drawing out of it, with the Chaos Gym.
Mm-hmm.
So are you gonna want to go first or second in this?
I'll definitely be going first.
All right, and I'm not gonna forget the record counter here today. We're gonna be better at that. All right. Like I said, we've talked about putting an Elekid in the deck. I think Elekid would be busted, but Sneasel or
Pichu does hit the Elekid.
yes, Pichu would hit the Elekid. So, but I think you can be smart about it.
Yeah.
Just don't bench it if you're gonna attack with Pichu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Elekid is one of my favorite cards in this format as well. And many of these lists are Jason Klaczynski, so big shout out to Jason Klaczynski, 3-time world champion. I mean, he is a pro at all of these old retro formats. He played through all of them, so he has a lot of insight to offer on his blog. So you can check out his blog. It's a WordPress blog. You just Google Jason Klaczynski WordPress. It'll end up coming up. And he divulges a lot of information about these old formats on those blogs. But one thing that Jason and I don't agree on, I think Elekid is broken, and he doesn't like Elekid. So he doesn't put Elekid in not a single one of his lists.
Really?
I think Elekid go in almost everything.
Because the queue of Elekid is insane.
Yeah, that's what yeah, for sure. I think Elekid could go in almost any deck, for sure. 5, 6, 7. All right, I have a mulligan. In this format, mulligans are still worth 2. So
that's amazing.
We're going to get a big head start here.
This hand's pretty good, so I'm not worried about this game.
Not worried about this game?
No.
You thinking? Yeah, you start the Cleffa. I mean, this is all pretty strong.
At least a good draw supporter in my hand,
Yeah. All right. We get 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
All right, I'll take my 2 mulligans.
Now, in this, all right, we're gonna go here to start. Okay, yeah, this is ideal. Now, in this format, you want to be careful about what you choose to start, because if I had just decided to open Cleffa, right, Will could go for the donk.
I could, yeah.
Yeah, flip 3 heads on Sneasel. You could take the knockout. Now, Igglybuff is a card that's meant to turn off abilities on your bench, or turn off Pokemon powers on your bench. So it could turn off like Aerodactyl, or it could turn off Slowking, things like that.
Yeah.
On your bench. So
I'm gonna draw it for turn.
Yeah, and thanks so much, B-Jam, for that tier 1 sub. Appreciate it, B-Jam.
Attach Recycle to Cleffa.
Sure.
And now, Good Manners. Show you.
Oh, Good Manners is a busted card.
0 basic Pokemon in hand. So Good Manners, you have to have no basic Pokemon in your hand. You have to show your opponent, and then you get any basic out of your deck and you put it into play, or put it in your hand.
Yeah. So Good Manners is a really cool free search, right? It's like it's just free search, and free search in a deck like Sneasel is perfect, because all you want to do is just go and get your basic Pokemon into play, and the Good Manners allows you to do just that.
I'm gonna grab the Magby.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna attempt to eat.
Sure. And that's a heads.
Finally.
So getting off to a much stronger start here than your last game. Now, I do not have an incredible hand, but I do have a Squirtle to bench. And then we're just going to retreat into the Cleffa and attempt an Eek of my own, which we also get heads on. So off to the races here. And that Magby is a little bit frightening. Like I said, that Magby does turn off all Pokemon powers. Could make it pretty tough for me to set up. But fortunately, the Magby's attack has to connect in order for it to turn off the Pokemon powers, which means that if you try to attack into my baby Pokemon, you flip a Tails, and it doesn't go through.
Draw for turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bench Sneasel and Pichu.
Sure.
And Tyrogue.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
You've really got the whole squad out here this game.
Definitely.
Yes, we did not see this last game.
No. I'm going to attach Dark to Sneasel.
Sure.
Then I will. So Goldberry seems useless in this matchup. So
yes.
I'm going to Item Finder for Good Manners and show you my hand of 1 card.
Yep.
And then I will get. I think I'll get another Sneasel.
I think that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Probably want 2 of those things.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm going to Oak.
Yep. So Will is setting off setting up very explosively this game. He's got a Sneasel already set up with a darkness energy on it. He's going to Oak. Now, Will, what do you want to find off of this Oak ideally here?
So, probably, I don't even know, like, I guess more dark energy.
The answer's Lass.
Lass? You think Lass?
I think Lass would be insane, right?
I mean, I guess.
But I guess not. I mean, like, I don't know. Lass could be cool right now.
I mean, your flip has an Eek anyway. It doesn't matter.
Bro. I've got the Breeder Blastoise in my hand, though. I got the Breeder Blastoise Oak in my hand.
All right, man. I guess Chaos Gym would be pretty good, too.
Chaos Gym, Lass. Yeah. Hand Disruption would definitely be pretty strong.
Okay, well, we didn't get the Lass. I'm going to put a Focus Band there.
Sure.
Yeah. I think he probably has Stadium in his hand, but if he doesn't, it's really good. So I'm just going to cast him.
All right.
And then I will attempt to Eek.
This is tough for me. All right, Tails. This is tough for me. I really wish we had the Stadium here. We do not. I think I'm going to attempt the Pokemon Breeder, though.
Yeah, you have to. Right?
I think I go for it, right? Yeah, Pokemon Breeder. We just see if we hit.
Go.
Dang it!
Yes! It's so good.
Would you like to Pokemon Breeder? You can't. All right. So, you ain't got no stage 2s in that deck.
I'll put Raichu on my page.
All right. We're going to put a Squirtle down, and we're going to attach an energy to our bench Squirtle. And yeah, I'm going to attempt Eek.
Yep.
See how that goes. Heads.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Big flip there. Big flip.
All right. Draw for turn.
Assuming you got some options this turn.
Yeah, I do. I could zap your Iggly buff, or I could go in with the Sputter. I think the Sputter seems fine because I don't really care about drawing cards anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna attach the Recycle to Magby.
Sure. And this seems like a good play.
And I'll Sputter.
Yeah. So
it is a heads.
Heads. So you could buy yourself some time to really set up with that Magby. You also prevent my Rain Dance Pokemon power, which is just really good. We do get 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And 8. So we are going to take this opportunity to, for sure, counter the Stadium card so that I can breathe a little bit. And then want to see... Let's see. I think I can afford to... Computer search away Goldberry and a water energy.
Oh,
and
man.
then
The Goldberry seems pretty good.
I mean, yeah, but like so does a Blastoise. So I think I'm gonna just get the Blastoise. Because while I have the Stadium down and I have the Breeder, I think I just want to protect that.
That's good.
So we're gonna do that. And then the other 2 cards in my hand are just better than the Goldberry. And I play like 3 Goldberries in the deck, so I think that's okay. We're gonna go for the Energy Stadium. And we get to bring that water back to the hand, which is good because I can just manually attach that to the Blastoise, even though I don't have access to my Pokemon powers this turn. And then I do have the option to play my trainer cards. So we could just go for, kind of go for something crazy here.
What are you hoping for here, man?
I'm hoping for I last you and then flip heads on my own Eek. Yeah. That'd be and then you don't flip heads, and then I go from there.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
I think so. That or I just Elm, but there's no real point to Elming this turn, so I think I'm just gonna last, and we're each gonna remove all of the trainer. I get to see what that last card is. It's a Rainbow Energy. Yes, so I think that this is good for me for sure. Getting those energy removals out of the hand. Either way, even if I flip Tails, I'm happy to get those energy removals out of the hand because Magby with the energy removals can be really tough to have to play around because you turn off my Rain Dance Pokemon power and then you can also remove my energies, which is really tough, of course.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to go for the Eek, and that's Tails.
All right. Draw a card. I think I'm chilling, I think I want Eek, actually. Because you have 0 card. Yeah. You have to be super lucky, but you are very lucky, so I'm not really sure.
So you do want to tread carefully.
I'm going to attach Rainbow to the Sneasel.
And I like what you're doing here, Will, just building up 2 different Sneasels.
Yeah, playing around with the super energy removal.
Right.
I'm going to retreat and attempt to Eek. It's Tails.
All right, so it continues. I'll go for Energy Stadium. I don't think I actually have one in the discard pile, so
Can you even attempt it?
ignore me. No, I can't. I'm going to attach the Goldberry to my Blastoise and attempt to Neek again. And that's tails again.
Nice.
Dang.
Alright, well, I think I'm going to do the same thing.
These are certainly the stalemates that we get into. Okay. Now this could be big. No, that's not correct. All right, yeah, we're just going to attach energy and I'm going to attempt Neek. I was going to say, I mean, like I could. That's a heads. All right. I could, attach the energy to Blastoise, then try to knock out the Cleffa. But then, Will's got 2 Sneasels completely, ready to go.
Yes.
I could definitely get punished for that play.
That's true. All right. I'm going to draw a card. Okay. Oh, well. It's pretty interesting. I could item finder away both my energy charges, which seems fine.
Oh, how's that fine? That's not fine.
That card's not very good, bro.
What? Energy charge is the only thing that allows you to put your darkness and rainbow energies back into the deck.
Yeah, but like I really need to draw some cards here. I mean, I think I can wait one more turn, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough.
Energy charge is the card that the Sneasel deck plays to put the darkness energy back into the deck, but it's just explicitly worse than special charge.
Yeah.
You have to flip a coin.
Yes.
And then, if heads, you shuffle 2 energy cards from your discard pile into your deck.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna Eek.
Yeah.
And of course,
you were almost tails. Yeah.
That was really bad.
All right. 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll draw our card for turn. And okay. So I have access to my Pokemon powers. That's good. I would like to really be proactive this turn. I think. Try to get some things going. So I think we could certainly using an energy removal on one energy feels very bad. But Will has put me in a situation where he's going to force me to do that. So I think I will super energy removal, the one with the focus band. We're going to discard our energy off of Cleffa. Then I can attempt the energy stadium to see if I bring that energy back to my hand. I don't. Now, I could just go for knockout on the Cleffa. I could last us both and then go for... I could last us both and then go for knockout on the Cleffa, which would be interesting. Or I could item finder for super energy removal, remove the energy from that Sneasel, and then go and try to just knock out Cleffa, which is also something. But I think I just need to, play a little bit more conservatively here. Will's board is completely set up. And I could computer search for Gust of Wind. It's a possibility. I could just bring up the Sneasel. That actually is like a pretty reasonable play, I think. So I think I'm going to computer search away Cleffa and Water Energy. And we're going to grab Gust of Wind. I'm going to gust up this other Sneasel.
Yep.
So that way, it's like, all right, I have removed one of Will's energy with energy removal. And then I'm going to bring up the other Sneasel. We're going to retreat our Cleffa. I will Rain Dance a Water Energy onto my Blastoise. And with 4 energy, Blastoise is going to be dealing 50 damage. And because of the Rainbow Energy ping there on the Sneasel, that will take a knockout. So we're going to Hydro Pump for KO.
Okay.
And I get to save some pretty good cards in my hand, so feels good.
With the Cleffa, first thing I'm going to do is Energy Charge.
Yeah.
To attempt to put the energy back into Tails.
Yeah, that card kind of stinks.
Yeah, man.
but but you have to play it, right?
Yeah, it really stinks. I am gonna super energy removal.
Okay.
Those 2 energy.
These 2?
Yeah, those 2.
Those 2, not these 2.
Yeah, those 2.
Oh, yeah.
This goes back to my hand.
Uh-huh.
And then,
And that's a really cool interaction there between the super energy removal and the recycle energy. Just brings the recycle energy straight back to your hand.
So this is tough. I could Gust your Squirtle and then Sputter, which seems pretty good. Or I could Sputter the active. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Could Zap. Zap seems okay. Because I do damage to the Iggly buff too.
You do. Right. The Iggly buff, unfortunately, has a Pokemon power.
Yeah. So I think, although I want to get the dark on the Sneasel. Because, how many cards are in your hand?
I have 4.
Okay. 4 cards. I know he has last in his hand because he's talking about that earlier. This is really tough. I'm definitely gonna attach the Pichu probably. Yeah, that's fine.
Right, having a recycle energy on the Pichu is like just fine to have. It's like you get ahead that energy attachment, then you always give yourself that option. And the recycle energies just feel really bad to use energy removal on because they just go back to your hand. Yeah. So there's like no point, right? Yeah.
It could last, but I have an oak in my hand, but I don't want to discard any of the cards here. Let's see. What's in my discard pile? Yeah, this is not very good. I could item finder and ship removal again and sputter, which that seems pretty good actually.
That seems pretty good, I would say.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna item finder. I'm gonna discard double gust, and I'm gonna discard because you're gonna last me anyway.
You can get rid of the recycle energy, to be honest. You've already got 2 in play, and you're about to bring the other one back to your hand.
All right. Yeah. I'll item finder for the super.
Yeah.
And then this one, or no, this one.
That one. Yeah.
And then
very good.
Get those out of here.
Yeah. So this is exactly the kind of situation you want to put yourself in. You know, I am getting super punished here for taking an aggressive play against Will, and Will has completely removed all my energy from my Blastoise, and now it's going to go in with the Magby and Sputter. This is just, really throwing the emergency brake on this game here. Me, fully loaded Blastoise, ready to do 60 damage every turn. Now, no energy, ability lock.
And then I'm going to, I think I'm going to oak.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to discard your hand. You're not going to bench that other Pichu.
No, I want another Sneasel for
sure.
This is not very good. Think about this is pretty tough. Like I could focus ban the Pichu. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that actually. Yeah, this is fine.
Focus ban on Pichu does seem good. You know though that I'm never gonna give you 2 Blastoise.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much never. Yeah. So Pichu, I'm gonna try and limit Pichu's effectiveness. Focus ban on Magby could be good.
You think so?
I mean, but like then again, I'm also 3 attachments away from attacking.
Yeah,
it's like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this hand's fine. I could Chaos Gym. Yeah. Okay, he's last anyway. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna hold the Chaos Gym actually.
And you really taking advantage of the fact that I told you I have last in my hand.
Yep.
I don't have a last in my hand.
Yeah, he does. Bro.
I just have a comp search, bro.
Same thing. Yeah, you have a last in your hand, so I'm gonna sputter.
All right, that's fine. I do not. I have an item finder and a comp search. But yes, I have the option to last. All right, we're gonna go for the Energy Stadium. That's ahead, so we'll bring the water back, which is very good. And I think I am going to bench. Well, there's like almost no. You can't disrupt the Pokemon out of my hand, so who really cares? I'm gonna bench Squirtle. I'm gonna attach to Blastoise, and I'm gonna pass to you.
Okay. Draw. I want to find the Murkrow play again. That seems broken. Pretty sure I just can't lose if you because I don't think you play any Switch or Double Gust.
Well, Will. That's what you think.
So if he doesn't play Switch or Double Gust, I do just win the game. But I think I'm gonna keep sputtering. Well, first I'm gonna attach the Dark here, so I can set for the knockout next turn.
Sure.
I don't want to do that. Could do that. Could Elm. Yeah, this hand's pretty
I think
bad.
you just keep sputtering, right?
Yeah, but this hand, I don't know. This hand's kind of bad. Yeah, let's see. You're gonna be at 80. Yeah, I think I want Elm actually to find the Dark.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna Elm. If the Dark will give me, if I get in the basic, then it really ups my chances of getting the knockout.
For sure, having to deal 80 damage, that's like only flipping 3 heads out of 6. So you would think that you flip 3 heads out of 6, but Sneasel's beat up flips are some of the most depressing outcomes of any.
I remember the one time I flipped 6 tails. God, that was horrible. I felt so bad.
Yes, I do have the Sneasel archetype is in my cube that we draft from for sure, and Will loves to draft the Sneasel archetype. It's like one of his favorites.
It's so much fun. I guess this is fine because I can't play any trainers. Yeah, I'm just gonna sputter again.
Sure. All right, gonna draw for turn. And we've got Energy Stadium, which we're going to attempt heads, bring that energy back. It's good. And let's see, how many cards are in your hand, Will?
I believe there's 7 because I own
7, okay. That's fine. I'm going to take a look at the options that I have available to me in the discard pile. Okay. That's cool. I think we're going to go attach here, and I really don't want to do anything crazy. That's fine. I'll just pass.
Okay.
Yeah. I was considering lassing Will this turn so that I don't get my Blastoise energy removal again. At this point, I think Will has kind of trapped my Blastoise, of course. I mean, he's removed my energy. He's blocking my Pokemon powers using his Magby. So I'm considering using Lass just to try and prevent that energy removal from coming down again, which would be big. But we'll see what Will ends up doing here. Ultimately, I just didn't like discarding any of these cards in my hand in order to item finder for the Lass.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to chill here. I'm going to super...
Yes, this is exactly what I was trying to prevent.
I'm going to test energy again.
Yeah.
And then, I forget what this card does. The Eco Gym.
Eco Gym makes it so that if I remove one of your energy, it goes back to your hand instead.
Yeah, so it applies to everyone. So
yes.
I think I'm going to put that in play.
Okay. So Eco Gym is really cool. It's a stadium card that says whenever an energy would be removed from a Pokemon, it goes back to the hand instead of going to the discard pile. It's a very powerful card for, obviously decks that very much rely on their special energy.
So I'm going to Elm.
Okay.
Because my hand is not very good.
So there's that Eco Gym. Says whenever an attack, Pokemon Power, or Trainer card discards another player's non-colorless energy from a Pokemon, return that energy card attached to its energy card to its owner's hand. Yep. So that is it's really big. Yeah, it definitely helps with the darkness energies from getting removed with super energy removal.
So I'm gonna draw 7. And I'll sputter again.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, resource management is a huge part of this game and of this particular matchup. So I didn't want to last there. I decided instead I'm just going to try and play the long game. Like, Will hasn't actually taken a prize yet. So if I'm just conservative with my resources, we're going to Energy Stadium. Conservative with my resources, we stay the course. If he deals the extra damage to my Blastoise, the Gold Berry will pop, and then I get to heal it as well, which would be very good for us. And at this point, I am going to use Professor Elm. So we are going to shuffle our hand into our deck and draw 7 cards. And I've been waiting there, kind of sitting on some, on some item finders and so on and so forth. And I also didn't want to get rid of this Energy Stadium in case Will played a chaotic Chaos Gym. Yeah. So I wanted to hold on to the hand there just to make sure that I didn't get kind of stuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And interesting.
What do you got going on there, man?
Yeah, I got some plays, bro. All
yeah,
right.
we can't play a trainer card, so...
Oh, yeah. Pass.
Busted.
Yeah, forgetting about the Elm, the effect of Elm, is something that very regularly happens in this format.
All right, I'm going to energy charge again.
Okay, we're going to attempt it.
Oh, I dropped the die. It was fine. Okay.
Fine, grab another one.
It's a Tails.
Again.
So I'm going to do it a third time.
Okay, shoot your shot, Will.
Oh, 3 Tails and energy charge. Okay, I'm going to Chaos Gym.
There it is.
And then I am going to Lass.
Oh, no, Will. Every single card in my
you
hand.
gotta
Oh, you had to flip on the Lass.
Oh, yeah.
Insane. Yeah. So I've got literally a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to shuffle all that back into my deck.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
So now I'm going to go for the knockout on the Blastoise, which I only need 3 heads for.
And if you succeed here, you have effectively stuck me without anything. I have no energy left in my hand. Nothing.
That'd be very good if I did that.
This would be very good. If you hit. If you miss, and I top deck, that would be great.
Attach there.
This is the play Will has been building up to this moment the entire game so far.
Yep. And then I'm going to beat up.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
6 flips.
Oh, well.
Starting off with 2 tails.
2 heads?
2 heads,
All right,
okay.
I need 1 more head. Let's go. Yes.
All right, 3 heads it is.
Knockout.
Blastoise goes down. That is a knockout. And just look at how much work Will had to put in to take one prize.
Yeah.
I mean, but that is the base Neo. It's one of the charming things about the base Neo format is that, you know, you have to put effort into the knockouts. The games last, you know, they're a nice, healthy length. And it's one of the things that I really love about it, right? Is you're never really out of the game. There's really an ebb and flow to each of the matches that makes it very, very fun to play. Now, I top deck the Energy Stadium. It's very big here. We're going to go for it. That's a heads.
Man.
Now we I know. I was like, dang, bro, you hate to see it. And then I'm going to eke to refill my hand to 7 cards. And we're right back in this game, which is crazy. We had a perfect top deck there with that Energy Stadium.
Yeah, actually the best card you could have hoped for.
It is literally the best outcome I think I could have possibly hoped for off of that 0 card hand draw there with the Chaos Gym in play. That was absolutely crazy.
So I am just going to retreat.
I was going to say, at this point, Will's got to decide, is it best to stay on the offensive, try to hit through my Cleffa with the baby rule, or are we going to, you know, retreat and try something else?
I'm going to go to the Magby and it's the Sputter.
Dang, man.
Yeah, dude.
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so that is really disruptive and tough, for sure, for me to have to deal with. I'm going to take a look at the discard pile and see, you know, what resources we have in the discard pile. Okay. I need to find like War Turtle or something like that. I think I'm just going to attach to my Squirtle and going to use Professor Elm.
Nice, nice.
And just going to shuffle our hand into our deck. I think ideally if I could find a way to get War Turtle into play, if I could just evolve that Squirtle up into War Turtle, I'd feel, you know, pretty confident. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and yep, I'll attempt Eke.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'll attempt Eke. All right. Tails.
Nice.
That's fine.
Draw for turn. All right, bro.
What you got? Oh my gosh.
And the old Sputter.
That would have been a big
That would
knockout
have been
for sure.
insane.
Okay, Chaos Gym in play. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm going to attempt Item Finder. This is big. Need a heads here. All right, Will, would you like to Item Finder?
I would definitely like to Item Finder.
Okay, so he gets to discard 2 cards. So if we take a look at this is one of the craziest Stadium cards ever printed. The fact that he can use my Item Finder. If we take a look again, it says whenever a player plays a trainer card other than a Stadium card, he or she flips a coin. If heads, that player plays that card normally. If tails, the player can't play that card. If the card isn't put into play, the player's opponent may use that card. So since the Item Finder goes to the discard pile, it doesn't go into play. It's not a tool card, right? Basically, it's trying to prevent, you know, the effect doesn't work for tool cards, Stadium cards,
Imagine
things like
Focus
that.
Band.
Yeah, it doesn't work for those. But for cards that hit the discard pile, like Item Finder, Will has an opportunity to use it himself.
So I'm going to discard Good Manners and Cleffa to get back Energy Charge.
Yeah. Or just try for a 4th time. Yeah.
So,
are you going to attempt it?
Well, I can't. It's still your turn.
Because you're... Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It is still my turn. I guess so.
Yeah.
Have I attached this turn?
You touched there, didn't you?
No, that was last turn. That was last turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I have not touched.
Okay, yeah.
All right, we're going to attach to this Cleffa here. And I'm going to retreat.
All right.
And I'm going to attempt Eke.
All right.
Yes, with this one, so, you know, we get ourselves a little bit more mileage here. So that I don't, you know, forfeit a prize if Will happens to sputter again. That would be pretty annoying. So
draw. I can't do anything really. I have another Chaos Gym, but
dang man, you got more Chaos Gyms.
Yeah, and I don't want Energy Charge because if I flip tails, I actually just lose the game. So I'm just gonna sputter again.
All right.
Tails. All right.
Draw. And at this point, just loading up more energy onto the Squirtle. I do have to be careful about what resources I'll attempt to eke. I have to be careful about what resources I decide to use or try to use under Chaos Gym. Wasting an Item Finder under Chaos Gym was bad.
Horrible.
That was horrible, right? Because that not only did I waste an Item Finder, I gave Will an extra Item Finder in his deck, which is something you almost never want to do.
That is true, yeah.
So it was really tough there, but I felt like my back was up against the wall. I don't really have anything going on right now, so.
Okay, I'm gonna draw.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So I think I'm just gonna stay on course here and just sputter.
Okay. Tails again.
I think I need to start going in now. I'm running out of cards in my deck.
Draw. All right, I'm gonna play the Energy Stadium down, and then I am going to. This is a weird one for sure. Yeah, like how do I play this hand? I think I have to go Item Finder, and we're going to Item Finder away. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many energy do I actually have in the discard pile? Okay, we're gonna attempt Energy Stadium. See if I bring one back. I don't. I'm gonna Item Finder and discard. Huh. That's fine. I'm gonna Item Finder and discard Goldberry and Super Energy Removal. Or Retrieval, yeah. And I'm gonna get.
The modern one?
It's yeah, trade 2 cards for any 4 energy from my discard pile.
Okay.
And we're gonna get a Pokemon Breeder. And I definitely have to spring that other Blastoise into play. So I'm gonna Item Finder for Pokemon Breeder. I'm gonna play Pokemon Breeder, get the Blastoise into play. I'm gonna use Nightly Garbage Run. Nightly Garbage Run is basically like your modern day Super Rod, and we're gonna put probably 2 Water Energy and a Blastoise back into the deck. Seems reasonable. Since I do have Energy Stadium, but I know Will does have another Chaos Gym in his hand.
Yep.
Because he leaked it to me.
I did leak it.
Yes, so that's...
Also, you can just look at the screen.
Yes. But that's fine. I'm still making the play I would make anyway. You know, going for the Energy Stadium, putting the energy back into my deck. I'll Rain Dance. Since you flipped a Tails on your Sputter, I can actually do that now.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use Professor Oak to discard my hand, draw 7 cards.
That's pretty good.
3, 4, 5, 6. It is pretty good. 7. I would agree with you there. And then I think I'm going to the energy here. And then...
Is that Rain Dance or Manual Attachment?
That's Rain Dance.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Just got to double check sometimes, you feel me?
Yep.
And then I'm thinking I could just go for it on your Sneasel this turn. Yeah, let's Gust of Wind Sneasel. And then I think I don't want to waste any more resources. I think we just kind of stay the course here. All right. We've got all these energy on the Blastoise. I'm going to retreat.
There we go.
And I'm going to Hydro Pump for 50 damage. That's a Tails.
Oh,
Woo! Big flip there.
That really stinks.
With the Blastoise, removing 2 energy, taking a prize. That was huge. The Focus Band flip there almost kept the Sneasel alive. Focus Band, one of the most defining cards in this format with no tool removal. Focus Band requires a flip when you go for a KO on a Pokemon where the Focus Band is attached, which can mean if it's attached to a baby Pokemon, you're going to need 2 flips to go, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to promote the Pichu with the Focus Band, draw. I'm going to bench Sneasel.
Sure.
And an energy charge.
Yeah.
For the 4th time. Oh.
And it's success.
I'm going to get 2 Darks out of my deck. Or on my discard, yeah.
That's really good. So there's just 2 energy charge in the deck, right?
No, there's 3.
There's 3?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I think I have to Sputter. So, I'm going to do this. Chaos Gym.
Okay.
Retreat. And this just feels really bad. So, yeah, I have to Sputter.
Okay. And then I'm going to draw for turn. I can tell Will is like attempting to rebuild right now. I've got a decision I have to make. I would like to get a second Blastoise into play. It's not exactly the easiest thing to do. I could go for Item Finder. Again, Will can't play Item Finder right now, so that would be big. I could go for Item Finder, attempt to put another Energy Stadium into play, and I believe that would probably be his last Chaos Gym if I had to guess. So that could be big. So I think I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to attempt Item Finder, see if we can get our stadium back into play. We can. So I'm going to Item Finder and discard Super Potion and Energy, and I'm going to get Energy Stadium back to replace that that Chaos Gym, which is huge. And then I'm going to attempt Energy Stadium. Tails. And then now that I have my trainers back, I'm going to play Breeder and go into Blastoise, which is tough because it gives Will an out to actually do things with Pichu. And I don't want to give him that out, but it's still important, I think. Then we're going to attach an energy to Blastoise, and I'm just going to Oak.
He's going in.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to deck myself out.
How many cards you got? You got 3 cards?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well.
I mean, I'm about to do it too next turn.
No. Let's pretend I didn't know. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the. Yeah. We ain't decking ourselves out, chat. I did not play a 30-minute game of Pokemon to deck myself out. Yeah, we're gonna chill. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna hold this card in my hand, and we're just gonna pretend I didn't do that. Yeah. And so we're just gonna go for the Hydro Pump instead. Did I already try the Energy Stadium?
You
All right.
You got 1.
I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump. Big heads.
Nice.
Knocking out that Magby.
Okay, this is pretty good. Top deck the old Recycle Energy. And then we're going to zap.
All right. So this is where Sneasel, has got a chance
and you got this one here
to potentially really wreak some havoc on my board. I'm going to go for Energy Stadium. Let's see, I've already drawn. Energy Stadium, heads. We get to bring energy back from the discard pile. And I've got an energy I can put onto Blastoise, but I'm just going to more or less just keep these cards, I think, and just go for the Hydro Pump. And I need to get heads. Like, I need to get heads. I need Will to get tails. Like, I need to stop this. And Will could theoretically knock out both my Blastoises and the Igglybuff, taking 3 prizes and ruining my chance to win this game.
All right, I'm gonna zap again.
Yes, and we see.
This gets knocked out.
Yes, there is not. I do not have all the time in the world. We'll draw. I'm going to go for Energy Stadium. It's nice having the Energy Stadium in play because I do get to kind of repopulate my deck as well.
4 of those?
I think there are 3 or 4.
That's broke.
Yeah, it's like the best card in this deck for sure.
That top deck saved you earlier.
Yeah,
like, the best card possible.
Sure, so good. All right, we're going to Hydro Pump again. Dang it! What the heck?
Flames! Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, Will really wrangling this one back.
I'm just gonna zap again, bro.
All right. Dang, man. Blastoise up at 60 damage now. 70 on the active. Draw.
This man needs a gold berry. How many has he got left? Super Potion's gone.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, all 3 gold berry are gone. Oh boy, this is looking a little rough for you, my man.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. All right. I'm pretty sure there's a gold berry in my deck, right? There's 3 gold berries.
There's 3 in there.
All right, yeah. We're gonna hit this one. This is gonna be totally fine. Yeah. We're hitting right here. Okay, Hydro Pump. Oh my gosh!
Flames.
Another tails.
Flames, bro.
Yeah, the Pichu with the focus band's gonna run it all the way back, dealing 20 damage to all my Pokemon with Pokemon powers. Here I thought, like, okay, I'm finally gonna get to close this game up. Only 3 prizes remaining, but Pichu wreaking absolute havoc on my board state. This is not good. This is not good.
Yes, the Fierce Soda is not very good.
All right, I'm going to War Point.
Okay. I'll promote Tyro.
I feel like it's hopeless at this point, and I'll promote Cleffa, and I'm just going to attempt Energy Stadium, which is cool. So like each time I Energy Stadium, I'm getting more cards in my deck too, which is nice. And then I'm going to attempt Eek. Here's the heads, that I've wanted against the Pichu,
Yes.
but unfortunate. All right, well, now if you get heads through this baby flip.
Okay, well, I'm just going to double gust.
So. Oh, yeah, that seems very strong.
Promote this guy.
Guarantee it. So I get to pick. I would pick Sneasel, but then you could just retreat Sneasel. So that's the way Double Gust works.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. All Will's Pokemon have free retreat.
So I'm going to zap, take 2 knockouts.
And I think that's probably game. Yeah. There's not going to be anything that I can do about that. Let me just check real quick. But getting both my Blastoises knocked out by a single Pichu, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is absolutely devastating. There is no card in my deck, I believe, that can save me now. Will's only got 2 prizes left to take. gonna bench Squirtle. We're gonna use Energy Stadium, and let's see. I do have energy here. I'm gonna use Super Energy Removal to remove the dark off your Sneasel.
Yeah.
And then retreat into Cleffa and attempt Eek. Tails. But I'm pretty sure there's just not enough gas left in the deck
there
to make this happen.
This is tough because I do only have 4 cards in my deck.
Right.
So, and I have no way to recover any more cards.
So you do have to actually win.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, right? It's like, I actually have more cards in my deck than you do.
Yep.
Yep, so.
I've only didn't take back the oak. I would have won. I think I'd have to go with the Sneasel. So I have the Murkrow in my hand, but it doesn't really do anything. Actually, kind of, yeah, it doesn't really do anything.
Not at this point. At this point, you actually need to aggress and win.
I'm still gonna bench it though.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Fury swipes, or attempt to Fury swipes. Tails.
All right. So, right, we both have burned quite a few resources. Let's see, draw. And at this point, I am just going to attach to Squirtle, attempt Energy Stadium, bring the energy back to my hand, and pass.
Okay. Draw. Attach. Double Gust.
Double Gust. All right, so he's bringing up the Squirtle, and then I could grab the Murkrow, but he's got free retreat, so it doesn't matter.
And I will choose to beat up. 2 heads.
2 heads. All right, so the Squirtle's gone. Will's only got 1 prize left to take. I do not want to last him because that would help him win. So I'm just going to go Energy Stadium. Tails, pass. And if Will has got the knockout on my Cleffa with his Sneasel, he's going to take this game 2.
Attach Rainbow to this guy.
Sure.
You can't mill me? Okay.
Yep.
Attempt to beat up?
Yep. Tails. Okay. I will draw. And I will pass.
Draw.
Will's got a couple more turns to make it happen here.
Beat up?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, Will. Draw. Pass to you, bud.
Okay. I'm gonna last.
Oh, okay. You're gonna last yourself. No, that is because it's gonna give Will like 4 more turns. So that's actually really big. I'm glad that it's not coming down to that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna shuffle back those, and Will gets to put 4 cards back into his deck with his own last, saving him from the deck out. Now, if you deck yourself out now, well, now I don't feel bad. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's just like...
That'd be insane.
Yeah. All right.
Beat up.
Okay. Tails. All right. So you say this chance. Draw. And I'm going to Energy Stadium. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not going to do that safely. Beat up.
There's a heads. All right. Now you just need 1 head.
Single heads.
1 heads. Double tails. All right,
there
there's
we
the
go.
heads. All right, that's game. All right, game 2, going to the Sneasel deck, and I think you guys got to see kind of a perfect execution of that strategy that Will is trying to concoct against my deck. I mean, I set up 2 Blastoises. I prized my War Turtle, so like I had to.
You had a breeder.
I had to breed her every time we did it, right? I couldn't just keep a War Turtle ready to go on the bench, right? So really good game 2 there, and I think kind of just going for the Hail Mary play with the Pichu, buffed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as you saw, like, there's not much I can do to get around that. I just have to...
You have to flip heads.
Have to flip heads. That's just it. And, with the focus band on the Pichu, I have to flip heads and you have to flip tails.
Yeah.
So it's just really tough to have to fight through that wall for sure. And I think the energy removal plays with the last, those were really good as well. And definitely helped you to, to solidify a dominant position in that game. Going into game 3, what are your thoughts, Will?
Well, I think all I have to do is hope you prize the War Point and get the Murkrow out, and then I win the game.
Right. So I do have an out to the Murkrow. Yeah, the War Point. I didn't realize that I do have the War Point in the deck. I'm thankful for that. I was like thinking, man, I hope I have a switch card so that he can't just cheese me with Murkrow. That would be a horrible way to lose the game for sure.
Yeah. Other than that, just hoping to start Cleffa.
Hoping to start. Really, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like, let's just play the game. You're not trying to get last with no Cleffa in play. And and just get a quick Blastoise, coming in play. Probably not. So, I'll go first this game.
Yep.
And hopefully, Hopefully I start Cleffa and you do not.
Yep.
Yes.
The most optimal solution for you. For sure.
Yes, absolutely. All right, here we go.
Yep. Broken.
Best of luck in game 3, and I'm going to fix the round counter here. Let's see. We're 1-1 going into game 3 of our best of 3 series. Blastoise versus Sneasel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I've got a mulligan.
Oh, this hand is so good.
I've got a mulligan. Will's got the gas.
Yeah.
Apparently.
This hand is insane.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You started Cleffa?
Oh, yeah. It's like the best hand ever I've started with.
This is the best hand you've ever started, bro. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's pretty bad if you last
6, 7. Oh boy. All right.
All right, take the 2 mulligans.
Yep.
Oh,
all right. Good luck. I'm gonna need a top deck for sure. No. All right. This is just a rough start. Okay. I have to Elm.
Yep.
I'm just gonna shuffle draw 7.
And you better hope you get a basic Pokemon.
And I better hope I get a basic Pokemon, or else, you know, Will could dive in and look for the young donk.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yes.
I need to flip all 3 heads, though.
For those of you guys in the chat right now asking for early 2000s gameplay, that's exactly what this is.
Yep.
Yes, this is early 2000s format. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
When did the last Neo set come out?
Let's see. Cleffa came out in year 2000. The last Neo set probably like 2001, 2002, something like that. Probably 2001. Or maybe it was all 2000 potentially. Yeah, something like that. It's like 2000, 2001. We're gonna retreat the Squirtle into the Cleffa.
Yep.
And fortunately, we were able to stabilize off of that Elms. Very good. We can have ourselves a game potentially. And I am going to pass.
Yep.
Yep.
Draw a card. Attach the Dark to Sneasel. And yeah, this hand's fine. So
like, don't even. Sometimes you don't even want your hand's so good you don't even want to eke.
I'm just gonna pass.
Sometimes it is like that. Yes.
This hand is flames.
All right, we're gonna go here on the Cleffa, and then I'm gonna attach a Goldberry to one of my Squirtles.
Yep.
And I'm gonna attempt to eke. And we got a heads.
That's fine, bro.
That's fine.
I'm gonna draw for turn. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Attach there. I'm gonna
double gust.
And you're gonna promote the Pichu. I'm gonna retreat.
That's fine. Yeah.
And then I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna Elm.
Because you need, like, I mean, obviously you only need to flip 1 heads in order to get this.
Yes.
But, like, ideally you would like to see another basic Pokemon or so.
Yeah, I could have Oak, but I had 2 last in my hand to charge. Yeah, Elm was way better.
Right. So with the Gust, bring it up to Sneasel. This is turn 2. So this is very aggressive. I got a question in the chat. Why are we flipping on Eek? Yes, because of the baby rule. If we take a look at the Cleffas there, whenever you're up against another baby, you have to flip a coin to see if your attack succeeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even just damage, just to see, you know, does the attack even succeed at all?
Mm-hmm. So off this Elm, definitely looking for another Sneasel and a Magby for sure, and Murkrow potentially. Draw like that. Oh boy. Hang up all the boys.
And name a card, get a card. Yeah.
I mean, good players draw what they need, right, Andrew?
Yes, good players do draw what they need, for sure. The best players always do.
I think I'm going to bench the other Cleffa just to have some insurance.
I think you got 1 heads in you.
I'm going to beat up.
Yeah.
There's 2 right there.
He's done. All right, my poor Squirtle. It didn't even stand a chance. All right, we're going to draw, and I'm going to bench another Squirtle. I'm going to bench another Cleffa. Establish the board a little bit. And we are just going to Eek.
Yeah.
And we get to Eek for free this time because Will does not have a baby Pokemon in the active. That's very good. And we are hoping that Will's deck kind of slows down a little bit. So that'd be nice.
Well, that is definitely not happening.
No, it's another double gust, yes?
So I'm going to attach their cycle to Cleffa.
Yeah.
And Blast.
Ah. Okay, no more double ghosts. That's fine.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to throw the items all back into my deck. So I've got a couple of basic energies. That's fine. And Will definitely hoping to just hit heads on this attack here, right? Or are you going into Cleffa? And
I think I'm going to Eek.
Okay.
I don't really care about the Cleffa. So, retreat and attempt to Eek.
Sure.
And is it heads?
Dang, bro.
Broken deck, dude.
Dang, man. All right. Draw. Okay. It's like, is there even a point? Probably not. Just go energy here. And I will attempt Eek.
Yep.
Heads.
Nice. Okay,
Big
draw.
flip there.
No, double gust, throw energy.
Bro, chill, my man.
Broken deck.
Chill. All right.
Busted.
All of Will's Pokemon have free retreat, so it does not matter. And Will is just charging ahead with the Sneasel deck. We're really getting to see kind of the, this is what the Sneasel deck is supposed to do. Absolutely.
I'm going to attach the Recycle to the Magby.
Yeah.
I could Lass. I could Oak. So you just Eat. I think it doesn't really matter. You're just going to Eat again after the Lass, so I don't really care about doing that. Hand's kind of bad. So I think, yeah, I could Oak. No, it's fine. I'm just going to beat up.
All right.
I don't really want to do anything yet.
All tails. Yeah, I know. Both heads. Alrighty then. Well, William, now's the time. We've got Pokemon Breeder into Blastoise.
There you go.
There we go. We finally got ourselves Blastoise into play. And hopefully we're going to be able to make the most of it. So I've got Energy Stadium, which I'm going to put into play, try to flip, see if we can get energy back. We can. It's good. A Rain Dance here. And a Rain Dance. Man. It's not like the best draw card. Let's see. I think I'm going to Rain Dance both these.
Yep.
And then I'm going to Lass You. This makes the most sense. Yes. So Lass You. And I'm going to put my 2 item finders back into the deck. Okay. And then I'm going to retreat into Cleffa. And I'm going to Eek.
Okay.
So this play makes the most sense, I think. We're giving ourselves the option to bring the momentum back into our favor. Will can either be stuck with a very bad hand, or he could go back into Cleffa, which gives me an opportunity to be able to respond.
Okay, draw for turn.
Yeah.
I will attach Cycle
Sure.
Pichu.
Yeah.
Play Eco Gym.
Yeah.
Retreat to Cleffa and Eek.
Sure. Tails. Cool. Draw. And this turn, okay. Weird situation. I mean, I have to deal with the Sneasel now, so I think that seems fine. I could attempt to just set up my board state a little bit more, or I could just dive in going for the Sneasel right here, which is a little bit high risk, because then it gives Will a free Eek, right?
Yes.
Which is a little bit, not quite what you want to do, but we'll see. Okay, put the Energy Stadium into play and see if I get. Yeah, we'll do that. See if I get an energy back. I do. That's good. Okay, there is one in the discard pile, and then we're gonna Rain Dance 2 onto Blastoise, and then we're going to Computer Search and discard Pokemon Breeder and a Water Energy. So I'm going to Computer Search for Gust of Wind. We're going to bring up your Sneasel.
Yep.
Retreat into Blastoise. And I know right now Will's hand is not super loaded.
Yep.
Because he's trying to Eek. So we're just going to Hydro Pump the Sneasel, 60 damage, take that knockout. And we're going to hope that this momentum here will kind of stay swung in our favor.
Okay, I'm going to attach a Rainbow to Sneasel.
Yep.
I could start zapping but hand's also horrible, so I think I'm just gonna Eek.
Okay.
I'm gonna bench Murkrow first and then Eek.
Sure. All right, and Will gets free Eeks now. It's very good. I'm going to attach Goldberry to my Blastoise, attempt Energy Stadium, Tails, and then I'm going to just lasso right out of that. I'm going to put the breeder back into our hand.
Okay.
So at this point, we're trying to just like slow Will down. Will's got to remove all that gas from his hand.
That was
Yeah.
insane.
So basically nullifying that turn of Eek, and we're going to attempt to keep this momentum going with a Hydro Pump, and we get a Heads, knocking out the Cleffa.
This is looking a little rough.
So we've got our one Blastoise kind of leading the charge. And we've got Will on the back foot now with a couple of good flips. Goldberry on the Blastoise too. Will's hand is not great. Let's see. Oh, I last, so I have to put the
breeder back.
Breeder back, yeah, into my deck. Yep. I believe you. Unless I drew that off the prize.
Because you already put the one back, didn't you, or no?
Yeah, but I might have drawn that off the prize. I think
Okay.
my hand was War Turtle, Energy in my hand. Yeah, I drew that off the prize.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. Just making sure. I did. It's the breeder. Yeah.
So, I think I have to Eek again. I don't know. I want to save that for a Sneasel.
At this point, we're just one Blastoise. I mean, really, one Blastoise is sometimes better than two because it makes the Pichu play much worse.
Yes, it does for sure. I could attach the Dark here, then the removal just bodies me. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I'm gonna Eek.
Eek for free, sure. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump. I think I'm gonna put another energy onto my Blastoise.
Why? Doesn't do anything.
You might removal. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Just to like try and you build it up. Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Hydro Pump. Big Heads. Woo! Blastoise on a roll today. All right, that's a big boy. That's a big boy. All right, Blastoise, you've taken half the game's prizes.
Okay, I have some choices here to make. I think I have to do this.
Yes.
This old play.
We are very familiar with this old play.
The Dark there. Like, I have cards in hand.
I have 4 cards in hand now.
Okay, I don't think I want to last you. And this card seems horrible right now. So, I want more focus bands. So, I'm just going to Oak.
Okay. What are you discarding there, Will?
Discarded Double Gust, 2 Recycle, Last and Oak.
Yeah, the recycles can go. Once you have 2 recycles in play, you don't really need more than that. Because really, you're just looking for darkness energies, rainbow energies.
Okay, Energy Charge.
Yeah, cards that are going to, as a Heads, cards that are going to let you attack with your Sneasels.
2 Dark back.
Sure.
Okay, I forget what's in my hand now. It's just kind of rough. Don't have any supers. Do I have a super in discard? I don't think so. If I did, that'd be insane. No, I don't. That stinks. That's fine. Yeah.
So what are you thinking of here, Will?
I was thinking of just Rhinoflyer for super, but
Yeah.
I don't have any in my discard.
Yeah.
So, Goldberry is horrible in the matchup. I'm not even going to play it.
That's just like a card that's
It's
discard fodder for sure.
Yeah, it's totally dead. I'm going to play Chaos Gem.
Sure.
Bench Cleffa.
Yep.
And Zap.
All right, so we got 20 damage coming onto the Blastoise. And yikes. All right. Interesting decision. I think we just go attempt Hydro Pump. I got a Heads. Tails. No. All right, it saves on. The Focus Band gets discarded. Pichu lives to zap another turn. And this Blastoise is just one step closer to getting KO'd, which is really tough.
Okay, I think I have to dig for the other Dark here.
And try to hit 3 heads.
Yeah.
And take it this turn. You're not. Yeah, because it's like you don't really want to trigger the Goldberry. If you do,
it's horrible.
It's horrible, right? Yeah. So the Goldberry is really tough. I actually have been wondering if I don't know. Jason's got gold berries in the Blastoise deck. I feel like focus bands are just better.
Focus Band's just insane card.
That's what I'm saying. Focus band, like, who cares if you heal 40? Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather like take 40 damage, then take 60 damage, and then live again. You know, so I think focus bands are better than gold berries in some ways.
Okay, so
Chaos Gym makes it so that you have to flip a coin to play any trainer card.
yeah, so I'm still gonna finder.
Okay. Heads.
There we go. All right.
Okay.
Discard those. Yeah, I'll discard those two.
Sure.
All right, no, that's safer with the Chaos Gem.
Sounds good.
I'll get the Oak.
And you have to flip to use the oak.
Yes, but I'll flip to use this first.
Energy charge. Okay. And now you gotta flip again to use it.
I wasted.
You have to flip again, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're gonna have to flip 2 heads to use that energy charge.
There you go.
You're insane.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get back. I have to get 2.
This guy.
Up to 2. I'll get the 1 recycle,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna flip for the Oak for the 3rd heads in a row.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Use the oak.
Yep.
You're insane.
None of them.
You're insane. Nothing mattered. What the heck?
Yeah.
How did none of it matter?
So insane. Okay. Oh, I'm pretty sure I shuffled in energy from the charge last time, which is the rainbow.
That's fine. Well, you hit a charge, so like,
Okay, yeah,
not,
it doesn't matter.
I'm not terribly worried about it. Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty good. Attach the dark.
Sure.
Attempt to focus band.
You're insane.
The flames, bro.
What?
Cards in hand.
You better flip some tails on this beat up. I've got 1, 2,
Last.
3, 4, 5. Okay. Heads. Okay. I guess we're lassing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna flip
fine.
all tails in this beat up.
Yes, Delonzer, he did flip heads on the oak. Yes, he flipped heads on everything. He's played like 5 trainers this turn, and he's flipped heads on all of them.
Huge set.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. All right. But it's cool. All the tails are going to come rearing their
Yeah.
ugly heads for this beat up.
I need 3 tails.
He needs
Or
3
yeah,
heads.
3 heads.
I'm looking for if he could just get like 2 heads. Oh my gosh. No way. You're insane. 80 damage.
Broken
Beat
deck.
up. Oh my gosh.
Bro, always lucky.
Completely taking the Blastoise out of the equation. Will just sacked his way through that turn like a champ.
Oh,
Absolutely insane.
Insane.
Will flipped 8 out of 9 heads this turn. Wow, you love to see that. Okay, so I've got some rebuilding we have to do here.
It would have been 4 heads, bro.
Yeah.
No, it would have been 3. No,
I've got some rebuilding I have to do. Okay. First of all, we're gonna go here onto the Cleffa,
So
and
insane.
I'm going to eek. That's
Right.
first step. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna draw for turn.
Yes. For those of you guys who don't know, beat up. You flip a coin for each of your Pokemon in play. It does 20 damage for each heads, and Will flipped 3 heads, but there is 2 darkness energies on his Sneasel as well, which increases his damage by 10 for each one. So he did 80 damage to my Blastoise. Yo, thanks so much, Verge, for that tier 1 sub. Appreciate you,
All right.
Verge.
I'm gonna attach to the Cleffa.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna attempt to beat up.
Okay. Where does it stop?
I'm getting you back for last night, man.
Where does it stop?
Oh, I think it stops right here.
Oh! Oh no! Oh my gosh! All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost flipped all tails.
Very close.
Yes.
A little, even that, just a tiny little bit there.
Dang, bro. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Insane deck, dude.
Sure. Okay, this is not even a good hand to be in right now. This doesn't even help at all. All right, we're gonna attempt item finder. It's gonna be tails for sure.
No,
All
I
right.
got to use a hand fighter if you get tails.
I guess so. That's a heads.
There you go.
Okay, so we're gonna discard Igglybuff, and I'm gonna discard Goldberry, and I'm gonna get myself the Energy Stadium,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna attempt to flip on Energy Stadium. It's a heads too. It's good. So I'm gonna get that back. I'm going to Super Energy removal, the 2 from the active.
Yep.
Energy here, and I'm gonna item finder away Pokemon Breeder and Item Finder away, Warpoint, and Gust of Wind. And I'm going to go off of that and get probably just the... I probably have to just play Professor Elm. This is looking really rough. Yeah, I need to find like a Nightly Garbage Drum before. We're going to Professor Elm.
Okay.
Draw 7 cards. Need to find Nightly Garbage Drum, but I can't even play it off the Elm, which is so bad. So we're just, you know, kind of hanging on for dear life here with a single Cleffa in play. But this matchup's has been very back and forth. Has been exciting, I have to say. All right, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, got another Cleffa. And just gonna retreat and pass to you.
I just go for it. I think I just go for it. Rainbow there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy game here. Really coming down to the wire. Will trying to just put the pressure on with his Sneasel, trying to take out my Cleffas, seeing if that momentum can
beat up,
carry him all the way through the end of the game. Tails on the beat up, huge with the Chaos Gem. I've got another Energy Stadium to play. I've got another Super Energy removal, removing both of those, and I've got Nightly Garbage Run. We're gonna throw, let's see, 1 Squirtle, 2 Squirtles, 2 Squirtles, and how many Blastoise do I have in the discard pile? Just 1. I'm gonna put probably 2 Squirtles and 3 Squirtles back into the deck. Yes, 3 Squirtles back into the deck. And then I'm going to computer search away Oak and Energy.
Yep.
Actually can't do that.
Why not?
Because I would be getting rid of my entire hand with no energy.
Nice.
I'm going to attempt Energy Stadium first. All right, that's heads. It's good. Now we can attempt to computer search Oak and an Energy. I'm going to get myself 1 Squirtle out of the deck. Attach to Cleffa. We're going to eke 7 cards. So coming back, I have a shot to mount a comeback here. I have a shot. It's not great. You see Will is going to have to refill his hand. We have completely removed his Sneasels, and he flips tails on the Eek.
This is very bad.
This is not what you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Will. 8. Oh my gosh. We've got the breeder into Blastoise.
5 Energy Gust.
And I've got, let's see, we'll try Energy Stadium. It's a Tails. And we're going to, let's see, Super Energy Retrieval. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 energy out of the discard pile.
Yep. And
we're going to Rain Dance, 1, 2, 3, literally just all of them boys onto the Blastoise. And now we've got 5 energy, swinging with Hydro Pump, looking for heads. Dang it! Had to go for it. You know, it is coming down to the wire for sure.
Okay, I'm going to Super.
Okay.
2.
Yep.
And then just reattach it to, Pichu.
Yep.
And then I'm going to eat.
Okay. Draw. And we're going to attempt Energy Stadium again. Got a heads, and I'm just going to Rain Dance it onto the Blastoise. And I'm going to attempt Hydro Pump on your Cleffa. Tails again. Oh my gosh. Really brutal. That baby roll on the Cleffa. Keeping Will alive in this game. Not unlike mine did, though. So, you know, goes both ways.
I'm going to put a dark here.
Yep.
I'm going to Super 2.
Sure.
It's back to my hand.
Yep.
So I could zap here with the focus band, but I think that seems fine. So he
Right, 'cause
softens up the boy.
You're kind of trying to soften him up, right?
Yeah. And then if you flip like one more tails, then the game's over. So, Chaos Gem.
Sure.
Treat.
Yes,
And
big play for sure. 20 damage with the Pichu onto my Blastoise, countering my Stadium as well. Okay. And I've got to put the Energy Stadium into play. Go for the energy. Okay, go for the energy. It's a Tails. Wow, I am just in a really horrible spot here. Okay. I think... Ugh. Hate to do it, but I just have to pass.
Well, that is your 4th Energy Stadium. Okay.
Yes.
Draw turn.
So there are 4 Energy Stadiums in the deck. Oh, yeah.
Attach there.
Sure.
I will item finder those 2 away for super.
Sure.
And get rid of those 2.
Yeah. That's pretty devastating, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do hate to see that.
And then zap again.
Okay. Draw. Okay, we're going to attempt Energy Stadium. Heads.
I should have aspired.
I'm going to go here and Super Potion that to heal it. And pass to you.
Cast Recycle again.
Sure.
Treat and sputter.
Okay, so 10 damage there, and you're just turning off my Pokemon powers, making it much harder for me to come back in this game. And Energy Stadium. Heads. And let's see, how many cards do I actually have left in deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm also running very low.
Okay. I am going to pass turn. I think.
Oh, you don't want to pass, or?
I am going to pass,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll sputter again.
Okay. Draw. Alright, I'm going to bench Squirtle. And attempt Energy Stadium. Heads. Okay, I'll bring an energy back. And I'm going to pass to you.
So do I double gust the Squirtle? Nah, seems bad. I think. Yeah, this is a little tough. I think I just keep sputtering. I'm gonna sputter one more time.
Okay.
And then, well, first I'm gonna attach Focus Band to the Magby.
Sure.
And then sputter.
Okay. Draw. Okay. And attempt Energy Stadium. Heads. Okay. And I'm going to pass to you.
Okay. I'll draw. Attach a Rainbow Energy.
Sure.
No, retreat.
Sure. So you need
I need 3 hits.
3 heads. Take the knockout with your Sneasel.
Alright. Beat up. 1.
1 heads. 2 heads, 3 heads. All right.
There we
That is a knockout Sneasel.
Well, if you get the super, that's really bad for me. But
All right. Blastoise hitting the discard pile. Can I... Oh, wrangle my way out of this. Let's see. Energy Stadium. This is big. Tails. Okay. Okay, I'm going to Breeder into Blastoise. And then I'm going to Deluge 3. Gust this Sneasel. Because I can't knock out your active. And a Hydro Pump for knockout.
Yep. Okay, well. I guess I have to go for it here.
I gotta hope for a lot of tails. I mean, you've got like...
Well, no, I'm gonna double ghost.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're gonna go for game on the Cleffa.
Yeah.
It's 50-50. Yeah.
Well, I think I can wait to do that. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna double ghost this Cleffa.
Okay. 50-50 shot here of ending the game on my Cleffa.
Beat up.
Tails! Woo! Tails! Alright, well, I've got another energy on a Blastoise. Energy Stadium. Tails. But at this point, Blastoise has got enough energy to potentially knock out the Sneasel. Will Hydro Pump. Heads unbelievable here. 50 damage on it. Will getting perfect flip there.
Okay, well, I have to retreat. And I will zap.
Okay. 21st draw. Oh my gosh. Yes, we were really in a very grindy spot. All Energy Stadium. Tails. How many cards do you have left in deck? Well, 2.
Yes.
Okay.
How many you got?
2. Okay. I guess I have to decide, is it better for me to keep Blastoise in the active? I think so. So I'll attempt Hydro Pump. It's a heads. See if you live, Will. Doesn't.
That's really bad. So
All right.
I think the last dark has to be in here.
The last what?
The last dark has to be in here. Okay, it is. Okay, this is it. We just gotta go.
Do you have
for
another bench Pokemon?
Yeah,
you
I
do.
do.
So you have to flip 3 heads.
Yep.
If Will flips 3 heads on this final beat up, he wins the game. If Tails, if he does not flip 3 heads, I win. I have it guaranteed. 1-to-1 prize. Does not get any more.
Here we go, boys.
Pressure's on.
Beat up.
Best of 3 series. Unreal. How do you do it, Will?
I still got 4 more heads, man.
No.
Oh
my
4
gosh.
heads.
All 4 heads. Sneasel taking the win, and that is game.
Broken deck.
Absolutely crazy finale there. And I had an item finder in the deck, so, but I could not dig for it because I would have decked myself out. So, really exciting finale there. Wow, those were some GGs. And I think there in that final game, we definitely showed, I think, the back and forth nature of the format, which is really exciting. There were, each coin flip, you're kind of on the edge of your seat. Who's going to be able to come out on top? I think that, if some flips go my way, I end up winning that game.
Well, I also had like 8 heads in a row.
I know. Will flipped very well in that game 3, and
that was so insane.
It certainly paid off for him. So I think that that showcased, I think, some of the most exciting action that Base Neo has to offer, though. And I think
that was the most fun I've playing Pokemon in a long time.
That's what I'm saying. It's fun. The formats are fun, and the cards are fun. Even though the baby rule can, sometimes make you shake your head. It's like you're coming at it with a different perspective. Like, we're playing these decks for fun. The game is for fun. Even though you're going to lose some games because maybe you flip too many tails, but it's still exciting, and there definitely is strategy involved. What do I item finder for? How do I make sure that I use my resources? How do I make sure I use my resources just right in order to make sure that I have enough stuff left in the deck to be able to win the game? And I think that we really got to see that. Every time we're about to use item finder, really weighing on us, like, is this the right card to item finder for?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the most skillful things about the early base set formats: using your resources correctly. How do I item finder correctly, and so on and so forth. So. Good games, Will.
Yes, GG's for sure.
For sure. Now, we're going to get a second match here paired up and take a quick break. We will be right back with some more retro tabletop content in just a moment. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell, and of course, check out the Twitch stream for weekly retro tabletop, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, as well as Pokemon trading card game content every single weekday. Also, make sure to check out fullgripgames.com for all your trading card game singles, as well as fullgripcodes.com for instant